Okay, hi everyone. It's been a really long time since I've uploaded a video and I'm really sorry about that. I've been a very busy person and I've had a lot to sort out. So I finished school, finished my A-levels, got my A-level results, and I now have a job. So I've had a lot to get through since I last uploaded a video. And it's been about a year, so I really apologise for that. But today I'm going to talk about a very important subject to me, and hopefully it will be important to a lot of other people and it'll get the message across. So today I'm going to be talking about my journey with epilepsy. So in 2015, probably even before that, I started having what's called an absence or absences. They were basically, I'd be talking normally to people in conversations and I'd just blank out in the middle of sentences and forget what I was saying, and I wouldn't realise it had happened, and then I'd just snap back and be like, oh, sorry, and then continue the conversation like nothing ever happened. Sorry, it's really hot in here. And so I didn't realise they'd been happening that often until like one morning, the day before my last GCSE, I twitched for 45 minutes straight, which was a really odd thing. Like nothing like that had ever happened to me before. So we went to the hospital, and then they scheduled loads of tests for me to have at different hospitals because they didn't have the equipment at the hospital I went to. So we went to loads of different hospitals and I had an EEG and an MRI. By the way, MRI, worst experience of my life. I hated it. Never want to have one again. And blood tests also, have had loads since then. Really hate them. And they diagnosed me with absence epilepsy, which is basically where your brain short circuits and you have absences in the middle of sentences. So they gave me medication to take morning and night for that, and it was all going well. Everything was fine, and then I had a little bit more twitching when I was on a boat, caused by like light sensitivity in December basically. So triggers for any type of epilepsy are normally light sensitivity, if you get sleep interruptions, well, these are for me anyway, especially sleep interruptions, like flickering lights, strobe lights, stuff like that. And so I was on a boat and I got like interrupted sleep and a bad bathroom light, and so I started twitching again. So I had to change up the dosage of my medication for the absences again, and then it was all fine. Everything was going well until September 2016, when I was on my second day of year 13 and I was driving to school, just like going down the roads that I normally go down in Banstead. Don't go there anymore. And I just like passed out. Like I had no idea what was going on. I just passed out. And then when I regained consciousness after about 15 minutes, I didn't regain the memory of before I passed out for about another 15 minutes. And I had no idea why I'd passed out. But like I bit my tongue in the process and I was just a bit like, what has happened? So I went to my local hospital, which is St Helier Hospital, and they gave me another blood test, of course, because that's how they check for any like really serious problems. And they basically went, you've had a seizure. We want to give you another EEG. So I went to a different hospital. I had another EEG. By the way, they hurt my eyes now too. So that's the thing that gives me light sensitivity now, which is a real problem for me. So when they diagnosed me with actual proper epilepsy rather than just absence epilepsy, it means that I had like proper seizures where I didn't know when it was coming, but I'd pass out and I'd bite my tongue. And when that happens, if anyone's with you, they have to stop you from choking on your own tongue. It's a very serious issue. Like, you can genuinely choke on your own tongue. And then they have to, once you've stopped seizing, put you in the recovery position, because you need to wake up in that way, and it's the best way for you to recover from the seizure you've just had. But your body's exhausted after you've had a seizure. So I usually sleep after I've had one. So September I had like a couple. October 2016 was the worst time of my life. Like, I had a week where I had about 5 maybe, or like 5 within a week and a half, and I had to miss a concert because of it. I went to a concert, like I went to the Teen Awards, and then I was supposed to go to a concert the day after, but I woke up and I had a seizure that morning. It was awful. It was the worst. I cried all morning. And I had a massive seizure the day after, the morning after my cousin's wedding. That set me off so much, because it's such a tough experience, because I was in front of all of my family and friends, and so I didn't want to like face anyone, and it was not really that nice. And so then we talked to the doctor. I go to St George's in Tooting. Fun fact, that's where 24 Hours in A&E is filmed. It's a really, really good hospital. The doctors are amazing. And then neurology department helped me out. They changed up my medications and helped give me some new ones. One of which I'm not on anymore, because it made me really drowsy and slow in my speech. So I didn't want to be on that anymore. And it helped. It did. I was fine. Like, I didn't have one from the 10th of December 2016 to June 2017, which was really, really good, because it was 6 months. And then I had one like at night. That was the first night one I'd had. So yeah. But I didn't go back, didn't have another doctor's appointment until like October. Oh, and then the next October, it just seems like October's a bad month for me. October 2017 came around, and I had, well, actually let's talk about August first. August came and I had my time of the month, women time, and I was getting incredibly bad pain, like incredible pain. And I do cheerleading as a sport, so something that interrupts me is not a good thing. So when I got home, the pain made me suffer so much that I threw up, and I wasn't comfortable the entire night. So we went to the doctors and they prescribed me the mini pill. So because I'm on epilepsy medication, I'm not allowed to take the combined pill, which is the full pill, because of how it affects the epilepsy medication. So I got the mini pill, which is progesterone only. It took me a long time to like settle into the effects of it, and then it didn't really regulate. So this year, about a couple of months ago, I stopped taking it, and honestly I kind of feel better for it. Like, I just feel like the effects are better when I'm not on it now. I'm more regulated and stuff like that. It just feels better. But anyway, so that helped a bit, like with my pain. I wasn't throwing up. So yeah. And so, because if you throw up, then you can't digest your epilepsy medication, so I didn't need that in my life. Then October came around, and it was the worst time. I had 3 seizures on one day. Had one in the morning, then I had another one, so I went to the hospital. Waited a while, had some blood tests as you always do, and then I went home, and pretty much as soon as I got home I had another seizure. So my tongue was pretty bashed at this point. Don't know if you can see. I have a pretty serrated tongue. Ooh. Yeah, but have a pretty serrated tongue from all of the times I've bitten it whilst having seizures. Like, there's still some little bits of scarring on the sides of it because it really sucks. You can't eat for 5 days or so after you've had a seizure, well, for me anyway. So when I had those 3 seizures in one day, I had bitten it a lot. And then so I had to stay overnight in St George's, and the only thing I could eat was like mashed potato, which, I mean, I love it, it's my favourite food, but hospital food isn't the best, so it wasn't as good as the one my dad makes. And then so I think I changed my medication after that, when I spoke to my doctor next. And then I was fine for the next couple of months until I was in Sweden, because I'm half Swedish, for Christmas, and we had to get a late flight, and I'd been up late like the night before, and I didn't get to bed till late when we were in Sweden. And also my parents snore, so sharing a room with them is not good. So that was where it came under disturbed sleep, and I had a seizure on Christmas Eve, like in the kitchen. It was horrible because I didn't get to enjoy Christmas food the way I wanted to. And so, I mean, I still enjoyed Christmas, but like not the food in the same way that I wanted to. And so after that, I kind of have been on some different medications. Well, actually, I think, no, I didn't change it after that. I was on the same one I changed it to after the October episodes, because that one was just down to sleep interruptions. And it's actually really working for me. I've been alright. Yeah, so let me show you. So I've got like these pill boxes. They're really good if you have to take daily medications. I've got an AM and a PM one, and basically in the morning I have to take 3 pills. One is a folic acid, one is called I think it's called Kepra. Let me get my bag. Oh no. I think I take a lot of medication, but I think I take Kepra. It's one of the names of the medication I take. And then obviously I just have folic acid, and I don't know what the other one is called. Let me just I don't know. I don't know the names of them, I forgot. And then in the evening I take 5 I used to take 6, but I stopped taking the mini pill. So I take 5. That's what I do every evening and every morning to make sure I don't have a seizure, and I'm trying to keep it up because then my life will be better, because there is no cure for epilepsy. There's an epilepsy society that puts money towards research for it, and there's November is epilepsy month, so it's coming up to it, like this year, getting towards autumn and stuff, and purple is the epilepsy colour. So look up the Epilepsy Society if you'd like to find out more about it. Like, it does affect a lot of people, and actually the doctor even said to me, she said, well, the first doctor was a he, my doctor now is a she, so they both said everyone has an epilepsy barrier, and basically it just takes more for some people to break them than others, which is sometimes why some people never have a seizure and why others get epilepsy for life, like me. And other people get it really, really bad, and they have seizures all the time, every day. So I really feel for them, and hopefully if my seizures continue to be controlled, I can drive in December, because I'm 19, so I should have been able to drive 2 years ago, but you have to have been seizure free for a year to be able to drive, and that hasn't happened at any point yet, so hopefully that happens by December, but we'll see. I'm just going to keep taking my medication to hopefully ensure I'm alright. If it keeps going well, they said maybe they can decrease the dosage I take, but I don't know if I want to take that risk yet. But yes, so feel free to ask me any questions on the comments below. Also, feel free to tweet me. My Twitter is @dreamsofdays, or @loveshack with a capital A _baby, which I'm hardly ever on, but I'll link it anyway. And my Instagram, which is @Johansson _G. I can't like pronounce it. It's my surname with an extra N and then _G for Grace. I'm Swedish, that's why. So yeah, so subscribe please on the box below, and then I will see you with the vlogs I've filmed in preparation before this, so they'll be going up very late basically. It's also very hot in this room, which is why I look awful. So yeah, see you for another video another time. I hope this topic enlightened you in some way. If it did, please tell me in the comments below. Yeah, so I'll see you another time. Bye.